And now to the tragedy in Texas, where at least 93 people are dead, the death toll climbing by the day. The victims include 28 children, most of them girls, attending a sleepaway summer camp, some as young as 8 years old. The catastrophic flash flooding sweeping through their camp in the south central part of the state on the morning of July 4th. And the weather threat for Kerr County is not over yet. More dangerous flooding and heavy rain is expected today. And you can see here what first responders are up against. Newly released video shows the moment a U.S. Coast Guard crew rescued 2 people by helicopter from the roof of their motorhome. And back to those young campers who were sleeping as the Guadalupe River overflowed. This is video of the National Guard evacuating some of the girls. Tonight, 10 campers and 1 counselor from the all-girls Camp Mystic are still missing. Now, to give you some idea of where this is, Kerr County is about 3 hours west of Austin, Texas. These are just some of the new images coming in today. People clearly emotional as they inspect an area outside of the camp. Others climbing over debris on a bridge, holding on to children. A sheriff's deputy right there, overcome with emotion while combing through the banks of the river. They are looking for survivors out there. Fox's Connor Hansen has the latest.
The focus here is still on search and rescue, but challenging terrain and more flood watches are threatening to slow down those efforts. Crews in central Texas are working around the clock, looking for those still missing after the weekend's devastating floods. Dozens of people are dead, but officials are holding out hope that they can find more survivors.
Every foot, every mile, every bend of the river. Our work continues.
With more rain hitting the state, they're asking volunteers to stay away from search sites.
We then have to pull off of those search and rescue missions to make sure that they don't become victims themselves.
Operators at Camp Mystic, an all-girls Christian camp, say they lost more than 24 campers and counselors after water slammed into cabins along the Guadalupe River. Richard Vela described his feelings picking up his daughter from a nearby camp.
It's just sad enough, leaving her there for a month. And some of them just dropped them off, and they ain't seeing them for the rest of their lives.
Meanwhile, local officials are facing criticism over a lack of evacuation orders before the flooding. Senator Ted Cruz says conversations could be had about earlier flood detection.
In hindsight, if we could go back and do it again, we would evacuate particularly those in the most vulnerable areas.
Officials here say a full review of the flood warning system will happen in the coming weeks. In Kerrville, Texas, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
And we will have much more on the deadly flooding in Texas throughout this newscast and in the days to come. So keep it right here on Fox 29 and Fox Local. In just a few minutes, we'll check in with local volunteers working to help the victims and rescue crews following this catastrophe.